All right, Angel, I'm going to ask you to put on your GM hat. It's time to draft. You are the GM of the Colts. Who are you going with?
Well, if I'm the GM of the Colts, I'm looking at not only who's the best quarterback, but also who's going to be the face of my franchise for the next 10 years and who's going to bring in the fans. Conventional wisdom will say Andrew Luck is the better quarterback. He's the more pro-ready. He had a pro offense style at Stanford. But if I'm the Colts, I'm actually going to look at Robert Griffin III. And the reason I'm doing that, he's more spectacular. He's a guy that could be like a Sports Center favorite. I think he's going to be one of those guys that's going to make the spectacular play. He might be a little more risk taker than Andrew Luck, but the guy is very underrated as a thrower. Very underrated. He can throw the long ball. He has good touch. And if I'm the Colts, I'm thinking of RG3 versus Andrew Luck.
Would you be concerned about the transition of a Peyton Manning type pocket quarterback, which is what you would get out of Andrew Luck, going to a more unorthodox quarterback, a Michael Vick, Cam Newton style of quarterback, which RG3 has been compared to? Would you be concerned about that transition?
I think the Colts maybe would want that kind of transition. I think they want to just kind of get away from the type of offense they had with Peyton Manning and show another style. And I think Robert Griffin, like I said, Robert Griffin III is very underrated as a quarterback. I think people look at him as a Michael Vick. He's a way better thrower than Michael Vick. Michael Vick is very erratic with his throws. RG3 could lay the ball in there. He could throw the deep ball. He could throw the outs. He has a great arm. He's also very smart as a quarterback. But like I said, very underrated. People think of him as a run and shoot style quarterback. He can be like that, but he's also very smart. He's a good quarterback, and I think he'll make more of the spectacular play than Andrew Luck. He might gamble a little more, throw some more interceptions, but as a player that's going to be the face of the franchise, as a Sports Center-esque top 10 type of player, I think you go RG3.
Are you willing to wait those 1 to 2 to maybe even 3 years before RG3 kind of finds his own rhythm and basically puts his stamp onto this team? Whereas with Andrew Luck, you could get a pro-style quarterback, somebody that could come in and basically take over that offense under a system that he would be comfortable with, and make your team fairly competitive just from the get-go.
I think people said the same thing about Cam Newton last year. And I think he'll have a similar effect to the Colts as Cam Newton had to the Panthers. I think he's going to take people's criticism and really work hard and really make the effort. And I think he's going to lead the offense as Cam Newton did the Panthers. And there's no shot on Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, to me, he's going to be a Hall of Fame type quarterback just like RG3. Washington would be happy to have either quarterback. I think Luck possibly can be more ready for early in the season, let's say the first 4 games. But I think as the season goes along, I think RG3 is just going to be exciting. I think he's going to bring people to their feet in Indianapolis, and I think he'll be a great fit for the Colts.
How do you think how fair is it to compare RG3 to a Michael Vick or a Cam Newton? Or is he something completely different? Or is he a mixture of the two?
I think it is a little bit unfair. I think people look at the black quarterback and they just think it's like they're more athletic. They're runners. They're more instinctive. I think that's really unfair for Newton and especially RG3. I think they're both very smart quarterbacks. I think they understand the position. I think they know how to throw. I think they could throw the long ball. They have good touch. I think they have really the instincts of when to run. They're not the type of quarterback who Vick or the second there's some pressure. This is the problem with Vic. He decides to run. I think Newton's a big guy and he could take the hit, but I think RG3, like I said, very underrated for his instincts as a quarterback. And I think he'll do a great job. I think Andrew Luck, like I said, is definitely a Hall of Fame player. He's probably more game ready right now, but I'm looking at from end of the season of season 1 to season 2, maybe over a career, RG3 is going to be really exciting. So
let's say that you're talking to RG3. He's already talked to the Redskins.
Right.
He's talking to you. What do you have to offer from a Colts standpoint that maybe the Redskins couldn't offer?
I think the Colts offer over the Redskins stability. I think with Daniel Snyder as an owner, I think though he spends the money, he doesn't spend it wisely. I think the Colts showed as with Peyton Manning, they'll fit around what Manning offered, right? They had Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, running game. I think they'll bring that type of player to fit what Robert Griffin III brings to the Colts. I think from ownership down, I think they run their franchise a lot better than Washington. Washington's very unstable. They always try to get the big home run free agents, and it hasn't worked. And it's not, so I think for RG3, a better fit would be the Colts. Now, the Colts are obviously looking at Luck, and it's a great pick. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to keep on saying, I want to make sure people understand I'm not bashing Luck at all. I just think as a number 1 overall pick, and if I'm a GM, I would look at RG3.
Do you agree or disagree? Go ahead and send us a message on Twitter at SportsBarAngel or at TPSRay, or directly to TPS Nation at TPS Nation. Interesting comments there, Angel, and we'll see what happens. Maybe as a GM, you might have a future.
I doubt it.
Send us your feedback at SportsBarAngel at TPSRay.